Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. My buddy Kevin Chu said, hey, you remember the Sting? I'm like, Sting? Yeah, Wilson Sting. I'm like, yeah. It's like, did you know that it's supposed to be similar to another racket that's popular in that day? I'm like, really? The Sting? Stay tuned. All right, so coffee sponsor of today is my buddy Justin Erickson. Justin writes, videos have been awesome. Enjoy the rest of the summer. Can't wait for US Open to start. Oh yeah, hard court season should be beginning right now. And all these tune-ups to the US Open, very exciting. Including the Golden Gate Open at Stanford. So if you're in the Bay Area, check out the Golden Gate Open men's and women's tournament at Stanford Toby Stadium in Palo Alto, California. If you want to be my coffee sponsor of the day, like Justin, network is buymeacoffee.com/tennis spin. Want to just hook up the channel? Super thanks is the way. Link is below. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, so my buddy Kevin Chu literally handed me these two rackets. He said, do you remember this? I said, of course I do. I wanted one of those when I was young. Never got one though. The Prince Graphite that pretty much I feel like everybody used back in the late 80s to the early 90s. A lot of the pros back then, like the touring pros, either started with this or continued to play with this. And it's a very, very special racket. But Kevin was telling me that, did you know Wilson made a racket that was supposed to compete with the Graphite? And I was like, yeah, it was the Pro Staff 110, or they call it the large head. And he's like, no. It's missing one key ingredient or component, the stabilizer bar. So he's like, do you remember the Wilson Sting? I was like, yeah. Stabilizer bar inverted, but stabilizer bar nonetheless. So this was created to compete with this. And I said, I never thought about that. I've always thought that the Sting was like a lesser grade racket, and I don't actually remember seeing the Sting in an oversized form too much. I feel like the mid plus, mid was the more common size in this racket. Let's take a look at the rackets. I guess they are very, very similar, even down to the grip if you look at it. The grips are same color. The start point on the throat is almost there. The stabilizer bar is a little different though. I'm not sure why they went inverted on the Sting on the stabilizer bar. The string pattern is similar. The Sting has a more wide open string pattern. They are both box beams. Look at the throat here. A little lower here, a little higher here. I just remember how sweet this felt whenever I played with it. The Graphite just felt really, really good. I mean, the few times that I've played with the Sting, it was the smaller size. And I mean, I thought it was okay. Nothing to write home about. And then obviously the large head of this didn't sell very well of the Pro Staff. The 85 was the dominant figure in pro staffs back in this day. But Kevin insisted I try these. So let's get on the court and see if they're similar. All right? See you on the court. All right, so Coach Rob has the Sting. I have the Graphite Original. Tell me what you thought about the Sting first.
The first shot, I got the immediate sensation of why they created vibration dampeners, because it twanged like a doorbell was ringing and ringing and it wouldn't stop. It was the feel was fine, just the vibration, the sound was a little bit twang, but when I caught it flush, felt all right. But
I think this is what happens when we put a polyester string on an old school racket.
That could be. It was definitely.
Okay, well, what'd you think about the Prince in comparison?
So with the Prince, I have to say, sorry, Wilson, that this one felt a lot better.
Okay.
It didn't have the doorbell twang. It ball jumped off the racket. The weight felt really good. It didn't seem like I didn't feel like I was playing with an oversized head.
Mm-hmm. More control.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that there are similarities between the two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some similarities. I mean, you kind of had to get past the super twang, but ball kind of jumped off the racket a little bit more. This one, I felt like I had a little more control of it.
Mm-hmm.
But
I can see one glaring thing already. The squares are a little bigger here. All right. So in my personal mind, I always thought that the Pro Staff large head, which we also revisited today, was the counter of the Graphite. Do you think these are closer?
Sort of. It was this one just felt a little more solid. This one still felt pretty good, but yeah, just knowing it was a Pro Staff with a large head, couldn't really.
Can't do it.
It was hard to get past that, but it still felt good.
I feel like Mike Singletary right now. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't win with him. Can't win.
Can't play with him.
Can't play with him. No.
Can't win with him.
Right.
Yeah. Can't do it. So I guess my buddy Kevin was right in that power bridge, no power bridge. This is kind of an inverted power bridge.
Right.
Definitely more power here.
Right. This one did have a little more power.
Yeah. And definitely doorbell.
Very much so. A lot of twang.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if this is a little more hollow, but when we hit the strings, the doorbell went off every time. And it was a long extended ring. Like,
for sure.
Bong!
Right. It ended about the time you had to hit the next shot.
Right. And so you relaunched the doorbell again. But super fun to play with. I'm glad Kevin gave me these two rackets to try so that we can compare them, because he really wanted to know what we thought when we compared the two. So Kevin, this is the winner, Prince, and now we realize after trying these two, why this was so popular back in the day. As a matter of fact, our buddy Jason Wilson just came by And he grabbed this racket from me. He's like, oh, I played with this in college. Back in the USC days, the whole team played with them. We love this racket. He didn't even bother looking at these two. So.
And his last name was Wilson.
Exactly. So we know why. We know why this was the industry standard back in this day.
Right.
Why everybody played with it. Why juniors play with it. Why pros play with it. It gave me a greater understanding of the greatness of the Prince Graphite Oversize. I'm going to give it a little minute here so I can think about this a little bit, because I totally forgot how good this racket was.
Right. Good stick.
Right. And you're a Wilson guy too.
I'm a Wilson guy.
Right.
Long live the pro staff.
Yeah. A good plow, didn't feel like an oversize. When you wanted it there, it was there. If you see one of these somewhere, as these are getting rarer and rarer to find, I would say grab it. So this is the original Prince Graphite. Okay. This one has grommets. There are some that does not have grommets, but definitely the black and the green, that is signature Prince and signature Graphite. All right. Oversize. The oversize. There is a 90 also, which you should probably get to if you see it. All right. Coach Rob, thank you for liking the Prince today. I know It was very difficult for you.
It did hurt.
So we had 2 Wilsons and 1 Prince, and the Prince won out today. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Guys, are you tired of playing against the ball machine? Ball machine always wins, and you're not really getting any interaction with people. How about playing with somebody at your level, or maybe a little bit better than you, that can improve your game? There's 27,000 people nationwide waiting for you to play with. It's all at playyourcourt.com. You can find your new tennis friend, join local leagues, all for less than $5 a month. You'll have access to players at your level, your speed, and make some new tennis friends. Check it out at playyourcourt.com/tennis spin. Link is below.